Welcome to the online classes. Our next concept is geothermal power generation. So see here, which is also one of the renewable energy power generation. What is mean by geothermal energy first? First we will go for the geothermal energy. So here, geo means earth, thermal means heat energy. Here, the heat energy stored in the earth can be utilized as a electrical power generation phenomenon. How the heat energy can be stored in the earth means, which is not newly stored in the earth, not now, which is happened not now. Most of the years, previous years, millions of years in past, from millions of years onwards, the heat energy can be stored in the earth. Where which can be stored means when which can be stored means at the formation of earth. At the formation of earth, there is a lot of compressions between the earth layers. At the same time, lot amount of heat is released between the layers of earth. That's why what happens means at the time of the formation of earth, lot amount of heat energy can be stored at a underground base of the earth. That's why geothermal energy referred to heat energy stored under the ground for millions of years through the earth formation. That's why what happens if you can use this energy, it will not exhaustible. Why? Because of lot amount of heat energy is there in the underground earth. At the same time, if we are using that heat again, that will be repeated. So that's why here geothermal energy is a clean renewable source that provides huge amount of heat energy. How much amount of heat energy the earth provides means heat has been radiating from the center of the earth. Center of the earth means that the center is at the underground. A lot of depth is there. So heat has been radiating from the center of the earth at 6,437.4 kilometer deep, with the temperatures of about 5,500 degrees Celsius. 5,500 degrees Celsius means it is a huge amount of heat energy. By using this heat energy, we can produce electric power. How can we produce electric power? How can we extract that heat energy? Means we are using pipes by making wells. That means to produce power from geothermal energy, wells are dug a mile deep into the underground reservoirs to access the steam and hot water there. Here, up to some depth, only heat is there. If we can go to remaining part of the earth under level, what happened here? Hot water is there. Again, you are going to deep earth. What happens means direct steam is produced. Yep, three stages are there in the earth. If the depth can be increased, first heat is extracted. After that, hot water is extracted. After that, direct steam is extracted. So that's why if we are farming wells into that much of depth, by using pipe system, you can extract the heat energy stored in the earth. This is the brief introduction about the geothermal energy. Next one is principle of geothermal energy or methods of harnessing geothermal energy. How to extract the heat energy from that. Here, some of the methods are given here. Those are the temperature of the earth surface is estimated to be between 2000 degrees Celsius and 12,000 degrees Celsius, and the heat flows gradually up. Towards the earth surface. Our ability is we have to extract this much of heat energy from the underground of earth. For example, the earth's heat can already be extracted from a depth of less than 5 meters, if heat is at the depth of 5 meters in the earth, we can use a simple coolants. That means we can send a cool water. What happened? For that heat, the cool water get heated. That heat water directly taken. Then what happened here means that heat water directly taken means if water can be heated, that much of heat energy, steam is produced. That steam is directly fed to the steam turbine. What happens? It produces mechanical energy. Finally, that mechanical energy can given to the generator, which can produces electrical energy. So that means the first method is heat can already be extracted from a depth of less than 5 meters via coolant that circulates in a buried pipe. First we sent a coolant, that means water. Then what happens? The water then heated up. Due to that, heat steam can be produced. The steam can be extracted from piping system. And another option is first to convey water downwards and allow it to heat up before pumping it back again. That heat water can be taken directly. And next thing is, in some places, hot water is located at a great depth and only has to be brought up to the surface. First case, only cool water, then heat is there. Next phenomenon is that we did not send cool water. Hot water is already there in the depth of earth. That hot water directly taken from the earth ground, underground system. And at a temperature of 70 degrees Celsius or higher. The pumped up water is already suitable for domestic heating. And when it is hotter than 100 degrees Celsius, it can be used to generate electricity. Why? Because steam is produced at this centigrade, that means at this temperature. But here 5 meter, that means here does not produce that much of heat. That's why there is no steam directly. Only hot water we will extract. That hot water is used for heating purpose, domestic heating purpose. That is the thing here. Totally, here how many methods means there are 3 methods are there. First, 5 meter depth is there. What happened? Only heat is there. There is no water. That's why we will send a cool water. Then we can heat up the cool water with the underground heat. The next method is convey water downwards and allow it to heat up before pumping it back in. And next thing is that if we can go again depth of earth, what happened? Directly hot water located at that greater depth. Then we can extract that hot water. So if the temperature is at 100 degrees Celsius, directly steam can be extracted from the underground earth. These are the harnessing methods of geothermal energy from the underground earth. Like this, see here. Pipe, these are the pipes which are buried into the large depth of earth. See here, direct steam will came. Direct steam came from the pipes here. These pipes are from the underground wells towards the earth center. So that's why this is the direct steam here. If you can see in the starting figure also, what is this? This is the direct steam here. This is the direct steam came from the underground heat energy stored of the earth depth. So that means what happened here means this type of steam production can be helpful for the power generation, electric power generation. So anyway, by using this geothermal energy, we can generate electrical energy. Why? Because of which can produce direct steam, because of from a million years of from a millions of years onwards, the earth can store lot amount of heat energy. So see here, if we can observe the geothermal power plant, the first thing is geothermal vents here. Geothermal vents, these are the geothermal vents, after separators, after turbine here, after generator, and after condenser cooling towers. These are the components used in the geothermal power station. See here, what is the advantage of geothermal vents? Geothermal vent means it is a well. That's why geothermal vent is a deep well drilled into the earth that the power plant uses a tap into the earth's heat. We are extracting the earth heat by using this geothermal vents. In this geothermal vents, two types are there. That's why depending upon these vents, the geothermal power plants are classified. What are those types means? The first geothermal power plant is flash steam plants. What is mean by flash steam plant? Here flash steam plant means most current general geothermal plants draw superheated, already superheated, pressurized water upward. That means direct steam can be produced from the underground of earth. That type of power plant is nothing but flash type geothermal power plant or flash steam geothermal power plants. The next case is the next type of geothermal power plant is dry steam vents or dry steam geothermal power plant. Dry steam vent means, see here, here dig is there, but it is enough underground, as many as 3 kilometers to reach the point where earth is warm enough to boil water. Here there is no steam, only hot water is there. Only hot water is there. After extracting that hot by using a less amount of heat energy, we can produce that much of hot water into steam. That means direct steam is not came from the underground of the earth. Only hot water is came from the underground of earth. Those type of digs or vents are called dry steam vents, and those type of geothermal power plants are called dry steam geothermal power plants. Anyway, these are the two types of geothermal vents and two types of geothermal power plants. That is, first one is flash steam plants and dry steam plants. If direct steam is extracted from the underground of the earth, that is called flash steam geothermal power plant. If only hot water is extracted from the underground of the earth, that type of plant is called dry steam power plant, geothermal power. Flash steam power plants having large amount of depth piping system, and dry steam vents are having 3 kilometers of piping system. And next component is the steam generator. What is the function of steam generator here? The steam generator converts heat energy of steam into mechanical energy. Here, that's why in a flash steam vent, superheated pressurized water is drawn from its place underground to low pressure tanks. So then what happened here after that? That steam energy, heat energy of steam can be converted into mechanical energy by using steam generator. So here this work takes place in the flash steam vent. But here, if you can observe, the pressure of the earth kept the water in liquid form despite its high temperature, and by removing that pressure, the hot water instantly comes into steam, hence the term flash steam here. That means here what happened, the pressure of the earth kept the water in liquid form. Despite its temperature means earth temperature at that depth is very high. Due to that temperature, what happened, removing the pressure, and the hot water instantly turns into steam. Pressure is low, but due to the heat, what happened, the water turns into steam. That steam directly came from the underground wells. That's why what happened, that steam directly converted into mechanical energy by using steam generator. So in a dry steam plant, coming to the dry steam plant, what happened means the plant technicians pump water to the bottom of the vent, where the Earth's heat boils the water and it turns into steam. Here steam is here on the surface we will do it. That's why plant technicians are required. What happened here? So by external mechanisms we will turn the hot water into steam in a dry steam plant. But in a flash steam plants, there is no external mechanism to produce steam. In the underground depth also, what happens, steam directly extracted. But in a dry steam plant, there is no steam here, only hot water. That type of plant is called dry steam. After this hot water is converted into steam by using plant technicians pump water to the bottom of the vent. Okay. Extra we can supply so much more amount of heat to convert the steam. That type of wells is called dry steam plants. And turbine here. What is the function of turbine here? Here it is a steam generator. Steam generator means what here? Production of steam. This is not a turbine here. Steam turbine is that is different thing. But here it is the steam generator. The steam generator means what happens in this case? Steam is produced. So how the steam can be produced in the last type of geothermal power plant and a dry steam power plant. So these are the two mechanisms for the production of steam. Steam generator is not a generator, it's not a turbine. Just simply it is the construction to produce the steam here. Is it okay? So next one is turbine. This turbine converts the steam energy or heat energy of a steam into mechanical energy. And next generator. Generator converts mechanical energy of a turbine into electrical energy. Finally, condenser. What is the function of condenser? Some of the steam is wasted, is lost, that is called as exhausted steam. By using condenser, we can condensate that exhausted steam. That means the temperature can be reduced. That means what happened here, the steam can be converted into water at constant temperature. After, by using cooling towers, in the black diagram we are already shown. So that means by using cooling towers, we will cool that water and again send it to the well. Again, same process we will continue to extract the heat from the underground earth here. So that is the function of condenser. And next, advantages of geothermal energy. We can see geothermal energy sourcing is good for the environment compared to the conventional energy sources. Why? Because of here what happened, there is no coal fire, there is no diesel combustion. That means what happened here, large amount of carbon monoxide emissions, carbon dioxide emissions are reduced. That means the pollution free. And one more thing is that geothermal is a reliable source of renewable energy. Why? Because if we are using, again this source is repeated. And high efficiency of geothermal systems compared to the conventional systems like thermal, diesel, nuclear. Little to no geothermal system maintenance. The maintenance of geothermal system is because of, except turbine and generator, remaining all are stationary parts. That's why no maintenance is required. And disadvantages are also there. What are those? Environmental concerns about greenhouse emissions. Here, greenhouse emissions are there because of what happened. Heat means what happened here. Here, rocks are also there. Do you know about lava magma? So here, lava magma also there. Why? Because of large amount of heat is there. Due to that heat, rocks, what happened here? Large rocks are melted. So that situation is nothing but lava magma heat. If we are forming wells here, in this what happened? That is the direct source of lava magma, and a large amount of poison gases are released from the wells. So, but compared to the conventional energy sources, the pollution is less. High investment cost for geothermal system first. That is the main problem in the geothermal system for wells, digging, piping system, and equipments which are required for geothermal energy. That is simply for the extraction of heat, high investment costs are required. Next, land requirements for the geothermal system to be installed here. Land is main important thing. That is not easy thing. That's why it is also one of the disadvantages for geothermal system. And coming to the economic aspects of geothermal power generation, geothermal power requires no fuel. That's why what happened means capital cost tends to be less here. Here capital cost tends to be less means I am talking about fuel point of view. But if we are talking about equipment point of view, capital cost is high. That's why geothermal power requires no fuel. It is therefore immune to fuel cost fluctuations. If fuel costs are increases, that will not affect the geothermal power station. Why? Because of there is no fuel required. That fuel is only a heat that is directly extracted from the earth freely. An arrangement which will takes the very costly phenomena. That's why capital cost tends to be high. Next thing is that drilling accounts for over half the cost of and exploration of deep resources entails significant risk. A typical well doublet in Noida can support 4.5 megawatts of electricity generation and costs about $10 millions to drill with a 20% of failure rate. That means what happened here? A large amount of cost is only for drilling accounts of the earth. $10, not $10, it is $10 million is required to construct 4.5 megawatts of geothermal power station. This we can estimate how much cost is there, large amount of cost. Next thing is that a small power station can supply a rural village through initial capital cost can be high. Even if we want to construct a small power station, initial capital cost is very high. Next thing is that the most comprehensive measure of the geothermal power cost is levelized power cost. Expressed typically 10 rupees per kilowatt hour power generated. That means what happened here? It is fixed. It is not a changes. Right? Because here once a system is installed, there is no replacement here. That's why what happened? 10 rupees per kilowatt hour power generated is a levelized power cost. And geothermal resource is a technically proven and economically feasible source of energy for producing electricity. This is one of the most important. And the extraction of geothermal energy and therefore geothermal power capacity is dependent not only on the technical barriers to this energy extraction, but also on the economic barriers. And next thing is that power cost as the main economic criteria rather than the power price or project profitably, because power price is nothing here. Power cost, that means the cost of power production is very much essential. So unlike price of profitability, cost is substantially independent of the corporate culture of the developer and operator, financing mechanism, local market forces, and government policies. First, we will concentrate about the cost of construction of geothermal power plants. That is the main economics which we are considered in the geothermal power station or power plants. Thank you.